So you're the only other person in the house?
Resume. There we go. How do I share my screen?
Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
It's green. Yep.
All right. Can y'all see my screen now?
Nope, can't see your screen just yet. Oh, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. Super excited to be here today. So we're going to build a quick little Shopify store. So I really, really like Shopify. I'm a big, big fan of their software. I've also used Magento, both 2 and 3, as well as BigCommerce. I think of 3 platforms, there's obviously a lot more out there. But of the 3, I think Shopify is the most user-friendly for beginners. I think it's really simple to get started up. And so I'm going to show you a couple little things here. To start up, what I did is I've already done some basic things here. I went to shopify.com. I created a little, oh, can you see my screen? Started my free trial over here. I'm not going to do that again because I already have it up right here. I created a little website. I'm calling it Nola Nola. So for those of you who do not know, I have a Siberian Husky named Nola. She's my pride and joy, and we're going to make a little basic website about Nola today. So here is so far our basic outline of what mydognola.com would look like. Obviously, I haven't put anything up here yet. So what we're going to do first is we're going to customize our theme, which is how our website looks to front-facing folks. Oh, this is a little difficult here. How do I move my Zoom over? So Shopify has plenty of themes you can use. Obviously, you can, go super custom and have a developer build out your website, completely from scratch. But if you're just starting out, that's a little extreme. What I would do here is just go, this is their basic debut theme. How do I minimize that? Sorry. And let's change our theme style. Let's click around here. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, did it freeze on me? No. Okay. So let's change our website colors. Let's change this to a bright red. There we go. All right, I'm going to choose some really hideous colors here, guys. Don't judge me on my color choices, just to show you kind of how this works. Body color, body text. Save that. Let's go back and do interesting things. So here's our header image right here. I'm going to just select an image from my computer over here. And I'm going to use, oh, perfect, background one. Okay, still loading. Perfect. That's not what I actually wanted for that. Let me do this one more time. There we go. All right, and now we have a little header image live here on our website for our logo. Oh, come on. And you'll see that that should have updated live on my website as well. Bam. Okay, so now we have our little logo live on our website. Now let's put a picture in right here so that we have some content for our people to look at. There we go. That's what I meant to do. See, live, we're starting to get somewhere. We have a background image. And this right here is our live website. And our little, you can actually go to mydognola.com on your own browser and it would show you exactly what we're doing live right here. You can see where I've made these lovely color choice changes. Let's continue doing a little bit of basic website setup here. I'm actually going to change the text there. Let's say, I love my dog, Nola. This website website is about my dog, Nola. Browse products. We're going to go ahead and link that to a collection. Even though we do not yet have any products, we're going to go ahead and link it to our homepage collection, and we're going to build out products in just a second. So let's save that. All right, let's get a couple of other basic things set up here. Let's delete this section. We don't really need it right now. It's a little too fancy for us. Oh, how do I do that? Remove section. Bam, look how simple that was. We're gonna put some products here in a second, but we haven't created products, so we're gonna wait on that. And let's go ahead and add another background image right here, just to add a little bit more content to our website, you know, why not? Perfect. We're gonna select that image. And we're gonna say, still Nola. And we're not gonna put any text there. We're just gonna get rid of that. We're gonna say, sign up. And let's actually do read more and connect that to our blog. And we're gonna set that up to connect to our blog. All right, and we actually haven't built our blog yet, but it will be built in just a second. All right, so now we have some basic website template up. You know, we have our little logo, we have a background image. Eventually this is gonna link and you're gonna be able to browse all our products right there. We're gonna put 3 products right here. Our collections will auto-populate once we create products. And then, you know, end of our website, we'll put customer reviews there eventually. Some more photos. We already have a link to our email address. Let's also get a little more content here. Okay, so this right here where we're at is our theme editor right in here. Can you see my screen all right? And this is everything for the front end of our website, just, you know, beautification, where things are put on the website, images, you know, how you want things to link, your sort of link lists, that's everything in here. We're gonna click back to the back end. So this is the back end of Shopify. When you log in to Shopify, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna go to your home page. It's going to, ooh, what is this? Oh, perfect, thank you. So there's home. This is where everything, your dashboard is eventually going to fill in here with your product statistics and all of that information. Your orders will show up right here. All your products will show up here. And then, you know, customers, I'll do a little brief overview. All your customers will be here. Your analytics will appear here. You can tailor this report to, you know, anything that you want. It'll show you where your traffic's coming from, you know, how your marketing is doing, how your social media is doing when you connect that, all of that. Shopify also has a really, you know, well built out marketing program where they will do some basic email automations for you so that you don't have to use a third party like MailChimp or Klaviyo, but we can get into that later. Obviously, discounts, apps, we'll dig into this a little bit later. So let's go and make our first product. So we're gonna add a product here and we're gonna call it Baby Nola. This is Baby Nola. And obviously you can add in, you know, bold, you can italicize things, you can make little lists. Nola is cute. Nola is large. Let's add a picture of Nola. Oh goodness. Baby Nola. We're going to add it to a collection. So earlier we talked briefly about our product collections. If you remember me scrolling on the website, I will actually click back to that so that you can see that real quick. Right here, you can see this is where products will show up once we create products. So we're going to add it to our homepage. Bam. We're going to make a product type. So let's say I'm in restaurant business. Let's say this is, you know, fruit, and we're gonna add fruit to our product types that we offer, and this vendor is Nola. Nola sells this product. That's, you know, for easily, ooh, give it a second. There you go. That's to easy track, where your products are coming from, what types of products that are, and that's going to be important later on. If you have hundreds of products, you're going to be able to want to search by product type or potentially your product vendor or manufacturer. So let's save this product. Oh, let's list it for a price too. Let's say NOLA is $1,000. And that's going to be on sale from $2,000. You can also enter, your own cost on this item so that internally you can see your own margin and profit. If you do SKUs for your inventory, that's where you do it here. If anything's barcoded, you would enter that information here. If you want Shopify to track your inventory, you would do it here. But if you're using a third party like Salesforce or something else, you would have different options to sync your inventory to that inventory system in here once that app is connected. We'll add the weight of this product. NOLA is 49 pounds. And she comes from the United States of America. Oh, we're going to go with US outlying islands. Why not? All right, let's view baby NOLA on our website. So, oh wow, this website doesn't look very beautiful right yet, but we can get there. So this is what baby NOLA would look on the website. And let me click home here. This is our live website still. Let's see if NOLA will show up in featured collections. Not yet. All right, let's get NOLA to show up in our featured collections. Ooh, do we have it saved? We don't. Let's create another product while we're at it. Let's do an adult NOLA too. NOLA. Put the same one in fruit. Why not? Oh, should have saved. Fruit. Add that to our homepage too. And I'm not going to fill out all the other information right now just because I want to get a product up so that I have some information to play around with. We're going to go ahead and add, let's check out our homepage collection here. All right, so our homepage is where we're going to keep all of our collections right now. We're also going to update, oh, well, let me save that first. Thank you for warning me, Shopify. Let's make sure this adds in everywhere. So right here, we're on our navigation. Let me pull back up our live store again. So our navigation is essentially how you get to things on your store. So, if I go to mydognola.com, it's going to pull up this page. This is, your home page. Let's see if I browse my products. It'll go to my collections front page, and that's where, my 2 products there are available. Does that make sense? Awesome. We're also going to add some other pages to our website that are not product related. Let's go here to pages. So I have gone ahead and written these up so that we wouldn't have to write them up now. This is a shipping policy. You're going to want, a shipping and a privacy policy as basic pages for your website to start out. Homepage, where am I? Here we go. Shipping policy. And if I was doing this for real, I'd go through and format this, make some of these bold so they look nice, make sure that it's all formatted correctly. But for right now, for time's sake, we're just going to go ahead and save this page, and then we're going to go ahead and add it to our navigation so that it can be viewed live on our page. So we're going to put it in our footer menu, which I'm going to click back to NOLA here real quick. This is our website, and then here is our footer. right here, everything below this line. So you see our quick links, you can see that our search is active and that we have a newsletter sign up as part of our theme. We are now going to add our shipping policy to that page. So we just made that in Pages right here, shipping policy. Click, add, save menu. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead and do one more real quick just so that we have more text on our website. I've made a website privacy policy real quick. And we are going to go ahead and add that in right here. Add menu item, privacy policy, bam. Oh, I didn't add it as a blog, did I? That's what I'm going to need to do first. Add a page. Privacy policy of NOLA NOLA. Now we're going to add it to navigation. All righty, sorry guys. Add menu. Oh, nope, I don't want to add menu. I want to go back to our footer. That's where we were. All right, so we still have our search and our shipping policy on there. If we go to NOLA NOLA, you can see search, shipping policy. Those are now website live. Now we're going to add our privacy policy. Privacy is important. Bam. All right. Now you can see we have 3 links on our footer. Click to it. There's our privacy policy. And go back to our main page. Search privacy. Bam. Privacy policy shows up. Excellent. All right. Let's add a blog post as well. That's different than a website page. Your blog is going to be a page on your website where there are multiple topics, if that makes sense. So pages are really your structure of your website, like your catalog or your sales page are, your product page, or, you know, as we just looked at, your shipping policy page or your privacy page. So we're going to create a blog post. Blogs, you know, you keep, I think everyone's familiar with what a blog is. I'm not going to berate that point here. This is Nola's favorite recipe. We're going to do that. So for a blog post, I, you know, have a Nola's favorite salmon recipe right here. Oh, she heard me. I stirred the dog. I don't know if you can hear her scurrying around here in the background. All right, so we have our recipe here. Let's upload an image for it as well. Let's use this one. And you know what? Also, I'm going to put an image in the blog right here. Let's say I'm going to insert this image of Nola. We're going to make it a smaller image that fits nicely in there in the blog. Perfect. I'm going to save that blog. All right, so currently our blog is hidden, but we are going to set it to be visible so that it's published on our website. I'm going to make myself the author, and it's going to be in our news section of the blog. Perfect. Let's go to our navigation and make sure that our blog is visible on the website too. So let's see, where do we want to put our blog? Maybe in the footer, or do we want to put it up here in our main menu? That makes a little bit more sense. So let's go to our main menu. Currently we have home and catalog. If I flip back to our website, you can see that's where home catalog. Catalog, you know, has all of our products as we talked about. Home is our base web page. So let's add our blog in here. Learn more, we're going to say. Shopify makes it really easy to kind of connect things within your website right here. So it's just going to let us click right here, bam, blog, news, and we're gonna add that in. Excellent. Sorry about my internet connection here, guys. I hope you guys can see everything okay. We're gonna save that. All right, and if I've done my job right, that should be live here. Perfect. All right, so now when we click on our live website, if we click learn more, we have, this is Nola's favorite recipe. We have a little snippet right here. We can read more within our blog. A little picture. You can share this, you can tweet it, you can pin it, and you can go back to our main blog. So let's see, what else do we have here to talk about? Right now, you basically have a foundation of a website, right? So you have a logo, you have some catalog images, you have some blog posts, and you can also go back and clean up, you know, all of this and add in images here. I'll go ahead and do that, why not? Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. All right, catalog. Let's go ahead and get rid of this featured collection. Since I didn't go ahead and put anything in there, let's go ahead and get rid of client testimonials because we don't have any things in there, but I'm going to go ahead and add some images in here in this gallery. Go bam. Cancel. Oh, cool. Let's do. Select. Two. And image 3. And if I was being careful, I would go through and make sure that each of these images link to a product. So that way when people click on them, they will get directed to something useful on your website where they could actually buy something. All right. So if I go back to, once that saves, if I go back to nolanola.com, hope I didn't get rid of that, whoops. It will have the images there, and you will be able to link and click to the products. So something that I didn't talk about that I did before was setting up my domain. I went ahead and bought my domain through GoDaddy. There's plenty of, domain hosting services that you can use, and you can even buy it through Shopify yourself. It is a little bit more expensive if you use Shopify, but they will set up your domain hosting for you. That's just your custom URL. So if you want your website to be mydognola.com and you own that, or my green plant chair, and you own that URL, and that's what you want to direct people to. Shopify has a really easy, honestly, it's just sort of plug and play. You just plug in your login and it'll set that up for you. But I went ahead and did that much before showing you guys any of this so that my dog Nola would work. So something else from here, you can connect apps on Shopify. And there's a lot that would be really useful for people who are just getting out on e-commerce. So for instance, let's say you want merchandise for your store, but you don't necessarily want to go ahead and buy that inventory. There's a couple of companies. One of these is called Printful. I went ahead and installed this with my account earlier so that I could show you guys. And Printful is essentially a drop shipper. They are currently operating during COVID, which is good to know. One of their warehouses in California is shut down, but their facilities in North Carolina are still shipping. And so you can make promotional merchandise really cheaply and easily for your website. They have a whole catalog of products that you can pick from. And then like, clothing, if you want any sort of clothing merch, hat merch, backpacks, phone cases, socks, prints, water bottles, they'll do anything like that for you. And add it to your store easily without you having to buy inventory. So you would just drag and drop and design it, right on their little designer. This is obviously not something that you want to print because it's a very low quality image and won't print well. But just to show you the point here, you could very easily make your own promotional products and add those to your website without having to purchase full-on inventory for them. Something else that you're going to want to do if you're doing e-commerce is you are going to want to visit the App Store and install a fulfillment partner. So some of those would be like Shipping Easy or ShipStation or EasyPost, and that will connect directly with your Shopify store, directly into your orders channel. And that way, when you get orders in, that's how you're going to be able to fulfill them, if that makes sense. All right. Do we have any specific questions on anywhere else we would like to work on Shopify? Otherwise, I can sort of just click around and show you some more things on setting up your basic page. I'm going to have to change that color while I'm talking to you guys. That red and blue is really, truly hideous.
I guess I have a question.
Alrighty.
All right. So after having set up everything, I guess the next question would be, what do you recommend as far as getting traffic onto the site? So we have the site, how do we close that circle?
Okay, so as far as getting traffic to your basic site, I would recommend social media for sure. I think that's a really good one. Setting up, so Shopify does already have, where was that? Browse products. The ability to share links to their products on social media. Right here is automatically embedded in your site. I would offer discounts or some sort of incentive to your current website customers to do that. Google really highly rewards social sharing because it's something that's really difficult for e-commerce people to fake. So Google, they base their rankings. Really, they want to reward sites that have really good content, that users can navigate well, and that, has all the information that the user is looking for. And so people like me try to game that system by, creating backlinks, paying for backlinks, all sorts of things to try to trick Google into saying, oh, hey, this website's getting traffic, people are interested in this website. But there really isn't anything that makes up for social sharing. So if you can encourage, even your teammates to post on Reddit and post links to your article and build up that little micro traffic, that's even more important than getting big press from Forbes.
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of in the micro traffic stage. Explain to me a bit about what backlinks are and how those are employed. You mentioned paying for them. I guess this is the one area out of all the stuff I've learned about digital marketing that I haven't actually explored somehow.
What do you say there, buddy?
Yeah, so with backlinks, it's really difficult.
No, I'll meet you there. How's that?
There's tons of different beliefs on which way you want to go with it.
Bikini-clad girls.
Sorry.
Can I call you back?
So with backlinks, a lot of people, pay for articles on, Forbes or CNBC, or they try to solicit, free press by reaching out to those writers and getting those writers to include links to your site in their article.
Okay.
So that's sort of that type of backlinks. And as well as, let's say someone is on Facebook and they post a link in response to a comment that their friend posted on a picture, or you're on Reddit or another forum-based site. Any sort of public post on a website or a blog to your website itself would be considered a backlink. But you do want to look for that have more traffic than your website has. If lower ranking websites link to your website, it brings you down. If higher ranking websites link to your website, it brings you up as a general rule of thumb.
Okay. Commenting on other websites and also getting, I guess, what I would call shout outs from other people would be
Yes.
considered. Okay. All right. And I know that some people,
top 10 lists are really great things too, trying to get your product on top 10 lists or, groups of lists about other companies and products. A lot of times you'll find writers who are accepting pitches or bids to, oh, I really need something for this gift guide or this sort of list.
all righty.
So with that, let me hop in here to ignore again. Oops. Email marketing is something that I highly, highly recommend. I think a lot of people don't really think about it because they think, oh, A, I don't want to spam my users, or B, I'm not really for sure what to email them. And a lot of people think of emailing just as like big bulk campaign emails where you send it to your full mailing list and you're announcing something. Really, I think that should be used very sparingly. I think the automatic flows and like highly targeted emails are best. It'll take you more time to set up, but I think that in the long run, that's going to generate a lot more marketing dollars for you and it'd be a much better use of your marketing spend. I typically see that email marketing is the largest revenue returner of all the social media channels. I haven't seen a company beat out email marketing with Facebook or Instagram, for instance.
Any more questions?
One other thing on ranking, I would, when you get your product set up Google Shopping as well. It's free, you don't have to pay for it, but it will help some of your products rank better. If you go to google.com and you see that there is, the shopping channel, you do want your products to show up in there. Shopify has an easy way so right here, shopping. If you want your products to show up here, you just do that and set up Google Shopping within your Shopify channel.
Cool. All right.
Do we have any more questions?
One more, if that's all right. I hope I'm not cutting anybody else. Email marketing. I've been getting a bit more proficient at it, and I guess one of the big things that people have some with is content.
Yes.
So I was thinking that, especially with what's going on right now, that content would be something like maybe related to how to social distance properly, or how to, like what we're doing right now, which is, how to set up a home business. So I guess what I'm asking is that content that helps people learn things, would that be considered something that people would be interested in, as opposed to, because you don't want to, like, the spammy part is you don't want to keep, I guess, I've heard you don't want to keep basically telling people about yourself. You want to give them something useful.
Right, exactly. You definitely want to give people useful things. And with that too, I would focus on really specific useful things. So like a lot of people will try to do really broad, like, oh, how to, generally be healthy. But I would suggest going deeper than that, like 5 tips to improve on your meditation routine to really like improve meditation focus, and try to hit long tail keywords that are more specific. You'll typically have a better conversion ratio for those, and those are a little easier to place for than trying to place for like hand cream. It would be easier to place for soothing hand cream for echinacea, or eczema relief.
Rosacea. Yeah.
So you want to try to target things more specifically. So really going specific is better than general content.
Okay, so that gives me some ideas, or that kind of confirms some of the things I've been wanting to do with some of my And okay, so I kind of use more of a newsletter based thing. So, I mean, I guess frequency of, I get people that I'm signed up on, and I get like an email every couple of weeks, but we're talking about larger operations than myself. I'm still getting content together. I'm trying to launch a podcast and everything. So I guess my question is for smaller businesses, is it better to do it every couple of weeks to send out a notice?
I would say so. I see that small business seems to try to shy away from emails because, you know, I mean, everyone gets the massive corporation emails and they're just big and bulky, and you don't want to be that. But coming from a small business, you do have the chance to be more personal, and it doesn't seem fake, you know, if you are using your customer's first name, it seems way more legitimate. And so as long as you keep that personal feel, I think it's absolutely fine to continue to touch your customers more and more frequently, even, you know, twice a month.
Okay, all right.
And one thing I did want to mention to you for searching for content topics, I love Google Trends. It kind of shows you what people are searching for. So you can put in like 5 or 6 different phrases and see which words are more popular and which words are searched for more frequently.
Well, that definitely helps. Keep that in mind and write it down. Okay, I think that's it for now for me, unless I think of something else.
Awesome.
Ken, did you have any questions? I apologize. I muted you when you got the phone call.
Yo, I'm so apologize for that.
No, that's okay. I should have let everybody unmute themselves, but I just unmuted everyone at once. I'm learning too, so.
I was born shortly after the earth cooled, so learning this stuff is a little bit slow for me.
Well, if you have any questions now, feel free to shoot.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to hang out with me too. I am a Shopify apps developer, so if you do ever need any help in the future with Shopify, please feel free to reach out to me. I love it. It's really fascinating to me. I really geek out about this stuff.
And it was great meeting Darby.
Thank you.
Thank you, Darby. And I forgot to mention when we started, if you guys missed it, that Darby is also an e-commerce consultant. So keep that in mind. And I just want to say thanks, Darby, for doing this. A lot of people are having to pivot and make changes with their brick and mortar, or maybe they've got an idea that they all of a sudden want to launch online. And this is really helpful. We're recording it. So if you guys want to go back and watch any parts, Jen Bonet, our executive director, she'll be posting it to YouTube, and we'll link it to our website, and we'll post it to our social media and include it in our newsletter next Monday as well. So stay tuned. That should be up by no later than tonight, tomorrow morning.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Darby.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.